Hello everyone. I know, I'm having to use my text-to-speech robot voice for these videos again because there is some construction going on nearby. So there's a lot of big trucks backing up playing their wonderful melody of beeps. I wish I had a better recording studio with some soundproofing. But this is what I have, so we have to deal with it. This video is going to be a bit unusual because the topic is actually concerning social media in general, and the differences between YouTube and Twitter specifically. I know that a lot of people have been upset with many of the changes that have happened since Musk took over Twitter. But I do have to say that, at least from my perspective, the changes have been good. See, I used to use Twitter a lot back in the day. In fact, in 2019, I hit over 1 million impressions in a month for the first time ever. But then I got shadow banned. How do I know? Because the very next month I barely had 100,000 impressions. And the month after, I was down to 3,000. Twitter killed off all engagement that I had. And eventually I dropped the platform up until Musk said he was going to buy it. And then things got wonky again. Why do I bring that up? Because YouTube basically is doing similar things to the pre-Musk days of Twitter. If there is any engagement that I get, it gets buried in the algorithm. YouTube only promotes the same handful of channels every time I refresh my home page. Worse than that, I've documented how my comments on videos just disappear, even when I have proof that there was nothing said that would trigger any auto-censoring. As a result, YouTube has basically been forcing me over to Twitter for any sort of social media engagement. Now you might be thinking, maybe I just suck at engaging with people online. And yeah, I'm not the best at it, I'm sure. But I also know, now that the Bird platform has been liberated of a lot of its chains, that the algorithm itself is making a huge difference. See, back in March, I got 84,000 impressions on Twitter. I wasn't tweeting all that much, but I was getting interactions. On YouTube, I can work away for a week on a video and get 60 views, 1 comment, 4 or 5 likes. Anyway, that was March, 84,000 impressions. In April I got 164.6 thousand impressions. May was 752.9 thousand. In June, I earned 1.4 million impressions. And so far in July, I've already earned 1.6 million and we still have nearly 2 full weeks left. The point isn't to brag about my number of impressions. And if you buy that, I have this bridge. In reality, my values for impressions are still not that impressive. Actually, you have to have over 5 million impressions for 3 months in a row before you even qualify for monetization on Twitter, so I'm not even there yet. But the difference is that Twitter actually has engagement. YouTube is mostly a barren waste. If you're not one of the top chosen, you won't get seen anywhere. And even if someone doesn't like your content, it gets pushed to them anyway. On Twitter, the algorithm actually works to push content to those who engage with it. In fact, Musk has pointed out that if you don't like something, you should simply mute or block it and move on. Because if you reply to it, even just to say you hate the original poster and his mother too, the algorithm says, this person has engaged with this type of content, so push more of it to them. It's a much better system. Engage with what you want to engage with, ignore what you don't, and the algorithm eventually does sort it out. It's not perfect. Nothing on Twitter is even close to perfect by any stretch, but it's better than YouTube, which isn't even a bar you need to clear so much as a ditch you need to avoid falling into. Anyway, all that to say, I'll still make the occasional video from time to time because sometimes I want to say something or share some music. But YouTube just doesn't have the X factor. It's just not good. On the other hand, Twitter, even with all its current imperfections, is a much more fun platform and one that doesn't feel so repressed. With that, I do hope you all have a wonderful day, even on YouTube. Peace out. Oh, and I almost forgot. I got to talk with Captain Kirk on Twitter.